It's national meets regional. Welcome to Sidewalks Entertainment, the long-running celebrity, music, and art series. Join us now for an exciting new path to celebrity interviews, music, rising talents, much, much more.
All right. I'd like you to meet Jonesy McAlpine, the baddest U.S. Marshal you could have watching your six. Just hear him out, all right? Keep an open mind. Jonesy, tell him what you told me. Tell him about Davis.
He knows. He's in on it.
Richard is here to help us, brother. Look, man, we were exposed to some sort of chemical or some...
Here we go. We're just gonna go down the dark hole of conspiracy theories.
No, there's historical precedent for this, man. Think about what they did to the Tuskegee Airmen or the LSD trials in Nam.
I'm not thinking about it.
You can't trust him.
What the hell was that? Something's going on out there. What did you do?
Stay in the damn car.
Welcome back. Our next guest is a successful actor, writer, producer, director. He's done it all. He has directed many of today's biggest TV shows. He is known for his breakout hit film, New Jack City, and for his amazing role in Ali, just to name a few. He's here to discuss his film, Armed. I'd like to welcome the one and only Mario Van Peebles. Mario, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah. Now, before we get started and talking about your current project, I wanted to kind of flash back with you. We kind of like to flash back with our guests here on the show, just to kind of get some inspiration on how you got started in filmmaking. I read that your father is an actor and filmmaker, Melvin Van Peebles, and I was wondering, how much did he influence you starting your career?
Well, I think both my parents did. My mother, Maria, and my dad, Melvin, are really independent, free thinkers. My mom took me around to do theater. And my dad once said to me, maybe it's your mom that shows you the mountain, helps give you that love and that initial sense of self. And if you're lucky, your dad who teaches you how to climb the mountain. And I've had a bit of both. We also traveled a lot. So I was lucky in that early on, we traveled to France. So je parle un peu de français. Tu vois, vraiment c'est franglais, English and French combined. I know a little bit of Spanish, a little Ebonics. And wow. I'm mixed. I've got all these beautiful flavors. Mom's, white, dad is black, aunt is gay. I got brown people, yellow people. So I got to love all of humanity. And I think that makes it easier to, really, I do. I think it makes it easier to talk to everybody. They say you can't lead people. Maybe you can't entertain them. Well, I think you can. But unless you can see the beauty in them. And I think with my films, you talk about breakout in New Jack City. Yeah. I put Russell Wong, who's Asian, Judd Nelson, who's Jewish, Ice-T, who's a brother, and I made the prosecutor a black female. So I love to mix it up and paint with all the colors. So I think I had an early start because in my own family, I've got such a blend to work with. Yeah. And then just because I'm, I don't know, I'm not a materialistic guy, so what makes me feel good is making entertainment that makes us think, entertain us, but give us some nutritional value. And I think in particular with Armed, I've gotten to do that. And as you can tell from that poster, I have a lot going on in my head.
That is so true. Yeah. Well, I mean, you have a lot going on in your head and you've done a lot. I mean, besides the acting, you have a major resume as a director and you're still directing. And you made films in very popular TV series such as Law & Order, Lost, Nashville, Once Upon a Time. I mean, the list goes on. How did you get a chance to actually become a director? And is it true, did you get started behind the camera on your own TV show, Sunny Spoon? I read something about that.
I got my first, one of my mentors, Stephen Cannell, said to me, you're not going to be flavor of the month for 30 years, but if you're good with people and you're talented, you'll have a much better chance of hanging in there. And I've been able to do that. And then my dad always said, it's not just about playing basketball, it's about owning the team, meaning being financially literate and understanding whatever business you're in, how to end up in a place where you can affect change and be the change you want to see. So I grew up with a mom who encouraged me creatively and a dad who's done a lot artistically. My dad's a director as well. And so in fact, on Armed, check this out. Not only do I involved my kids. One of my sons came in as an investor. He's an actor. He brought his money over from Roots. My daughters were producing with me. So it's a family affair. And I love making films that whether you like New Jack or Posse or Panther or Armed, you'll remember it. It's not a big, watered down film by committee experience. And Veronica, we just won, Armed just won the audience award at the Newark Film Festival, which is exciting because that's a real people festival. It's not that sort of elitist one percenters. And to watch Armed with an audience, and they're entertained and they're laughing, and then slowly you can hear them get quiet as they're trying to figure out what's going on. And by the third act, when they get it, it's like, it's explosive, it's intense. And at the end, people came out saying, oh my goodness, I realized it was all based on Armed is based on real stories. And we say nothing stops a bad guy with a gun like a good guy with a gun, but I played a lot of good guys with guns over the years, but never one like this, where he's got way too many guns, he's on the no-fly list, and a lot can go wrong in this movie, and it does, but a lot goes right too.
Where's Santos?
Yeah, Santos, he phoned in, he's sick, he say sorry.
I need my haircut today. Santos cuts my hair.
I know, he apologized.
Hey, young brother, I'm filling in for Santos, man. Maybe this is manifest destiny. You tried the rest, get with the best. Young brother, you know The Rock? His hair texture is just like yours, man. Now, I know he's follically challenged right now, but back in the day, I cut his double's hair twice, and baby, no problemo. Huh?
Chief, this guy is brothers Mexican Mafia. You don't want this.
You know what? I'm afraid. We're all afraid. I get it. But see, I'm scared for the young girl that you're taking to the quinceañera, right? That's why you dressed up so pretty. You're going to the quinceañera, see? Huh? I got you, right? I'm worried because she won't be able to keep all the Chiquititas' hands off you once I do what I do to your dude. I know you look a little like Bruno Mars now, but baby, I'm gonna bring it to you. Come on. Come on down.
It's like a combination of, there's some funny moments I saw in the trailer, but also some pretty interesting stories and subject matter that you bring up. And I'm just curious for you. Tell us about how you came up with the story briefly, because I know we only have a few minutes.
Okay, when Armed came to me through headlines, I was watching some of the real life situations with some of these, very dangerous people that can get weapons. And I was thinking, what if the guy was in essence a good guy?
Yeah.
What would happen with that? What could go wrong? And so I took all these real stories and I wove it together. And then the cast we got when I put it out there, like, this is amazing. Are you really going to get to do it? I was like, yeah, I'm the studio. My family's doing it together. And so you get Bill Fichtner and Ryan Guzman and Columbus Short and DC Youngfly, even Dionne Warwick or Van Jones from CNN. People on all sides of the political issues come into it. And I think it's a pretty exciting film, and to experience it now, because you can see Armed in theaters, you can see it on the digital platforms. I'm on Instagram under my name, so people are hitting me up after they see the movie and they're telling me what they like or don't like. And I'm getting real-time feedback, and it's exciting. When I did New Jack, you couldn't get this real-time feedback, and now you can, and it's really exciting. And I think it makes you think more, not just as a filmmaker, but as an audience, but it definitely, I think, makes you more responsible because you realize what you put out there affects people. We want to be the success we see, right? And so if we can make them think, but say, hey, here's a positive guy trying to do the right thing and be a force for good. Let's make America think again.
That's awesome. I mean, it looks like it looks like an awesome movie, so I can't wait to see it.
I hope you like it.
Well, really quick, before we let you go, Mario, if you had to do one thing and not the other, because you do so many things, acting, directing, producing, would it be an actor or director? Or I'm curious, do you like one more than the other, or you like them all equally?
What's my preference?
Yeah.
Women.
You had to put that in there, didn't you?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, like I got you to laugh, Veronica. I got you to laugh. That's good. See, that's the start. It's funny. It's like kind of which hand do you like? Because you know, I've really enjoyed being a dad, but I've so enjoyed being a son.
Aww.
You know?
I feel you.
So it's kind of, I don't know if I can separate it out. It's all connected to my experience. And the more I live, the more I can put life in my work. And I really enjoy what I get to do. And I enjoy being a storyteller, you know?
Yeah,
so
it's amazing. That is, and
whatever
you're a
helps
wonderful
me tell
storyteller.
that story and affects change in a positive way, that's what I want to do.
Right on. I love it. Well, one more question before we let you go. With so many reboots and revivals happening nowadays, is there a past project you would love to revisit? Because you've done a lot. So I'm curious, would you like to revisit a past project and maybe reboot it?
Well, I did a movie on the Black Panthers, which was out of Oakland, that is so, people find that hard to get. It's it's really an interesting film. But in terms of other people's films, there's a movie called Black Orpheus, Orfeo Negro, which is lovely. There's also a film called My Life as a Dog. It was made in Sweden that I love. You know, I love Honeymoon Killers was a great movie. There's a lot of, I'm surprised by things. That's the nice thing about, you know, what I do is, like in Armed, I did a lot of my own stunts, but I had to learn to do them. Or when I was in the West with Posse, I had to learn how to ride a horse and get to a point where I could do my own stunts on a horse. So part of what I do is really honestly an excuse to learn new things.
Yeah.
And I think that every time you learn something and every time you teach something, you take another step towards immortality. Because when you can make people think, when you can teach someone something, they carry on that. They play it forward. And so hopefully you're teaching them something good.
Oh, well, you've taught us a lot through all the films and TV shows that you've been putting out there, and I hope that you continue to keep doing this, Mario. I mean, such a pleasure having you here today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for talking to me, Veronica.
Yeah, come back to Sidewalks when you can and let us know what else you got up your sleeve, because I'm sure you got more on your way.
Okay. Thank you, Veronica.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.